Hey guys, I hope you are having a kick-ass week. I want to say, first of all, hello. We've got so many new members in here. If you're brand new, my name is Amanda Rose. I am the owner of this group, and I run this with my incredible team. You'll see Kalia and Kaylee in here. We're all three of us are here to help you. Anytime you got questions, we got answers, and never hesitate to reach out. So I am the CEO and founder of the Infinite Power of You, Inc., the co-founder of the No BS Biz Co. I do business, mindset, and wealth coaching. I'm a multi-published, multi-genre author, public speaker, you name it, I probably do it because I'm a multipreneur. And I'm so excited that we have this group where we can connect and grow together. And I want to come on today because we really are entering into a very kind of exciting, although for some it will feel scary time. As you know, we've been hearing for the past few months, like we're seeing it in the headlines in the news, recession, right? And this is a time where it is necessary to adapt and pivot as a business owner. It's also the time where we have the most opportunity. However, most people don't see it that way. And unfortunately, because of that, people buy into the fear. They buy into what the media tells them, that like nobody has any money, the economy is crashing, right? And unfortunately, when we buy into that rhetoric, what happens? We get scared and we pull back and we try and wait it out, right? But you never know how long a recession is going to last. It could last for months. It could last for years. And the historical facts tell us it's probably going to last for years. And that's not something that we need to get scared of. It's something we need to go, okay, this is a problem. How do I solve it? And see it as an opportunity, because entrepreneurs are truthfully, when we look at the definition of an entrepreneur, it is somebody who solves problems for a profit. So the more problems there are, the more opportunity for profit. It's a new way to look at it. And I hope that you adapt that, especially as we're moving forward into a time where there's going to be more problems that people are facing, and learn to adapt in this space. Now, a lot of people think that, to adapt, I just need to lower my pricing. That's not necessarily true. In fact, sometimes that can work against you in these times. The truth is, we have to understand, what is the person that I'm trying to solve the problem for thinking, feeling, what do they want on the other side of it? If you can put that together and offer that for them, boom, you're in. And people have the money. Again, it's not that it just disappeared. It didn't all get set on fire. People still have money. They're just scared to spend it. But they will spend it when there's the right opportunity, the right solution, the right product, the right service for them in that moment. So it's absolutely key that we start to ask, okay, what's the thing that they need right now? What's going to change their life? And remember, it's not just about what they need. It's selling what they want. Right? Because you might know exactly what they need, but if it sounds like it's boring for them, or it doesn't quite resonate or hit home in the right way, they're not going to buy it, right? And we've all seen this happen with friends or family. You might even have done it yourself. We've all done this very human thing where sometimes we'll buy something that we certainly didn't need, but we really, really wanted it, right? Because we have to remember that we buy emotionally. That doesn't mean that there aren't analytical buyers out there. I'm 100%, I'm an analytical buyer, but that doesn't mean that sometimes I'm not just whooshed away with the emotion of wanting something. That's always got to be locked in there. If we don't want it, we're not going to buy it no matter how good of a deal it is, right? So we need to show up in a way where we've got that integrity, we've got that power, we're standing in it, where we're really providing that solution for the clientele that we're attempting to reach. And know that maybe you need to pivot by completely doing a 180 in your business. Maybe you need to actually start a different business during the recession, because that's going to suit the audiences better. And it's okay to completely adapt. I talk about this a lot just as a really great example. If you think back to Prohibition with the breweries, they really had two choices, right? They were either going to have to close down or they needed to sell something else entirely. And the ones that are still around from that time, they adapted to sell something different. A lot of them, I think it was Coors, they became the biggest supplier of malt milk products during that time. How cool is that? So there's a lot of opportunity, but you have to learn to adapt, let go of the idea that maybe you were like, no, I really want this to work, but is it the right time? Timing is absolutely critical in business. So we do need to keep that in mind. And remember, recessions don't last forever. It'll go away. You can get back to doing the other thing, but trust what is needed now is the thing that you need to show up with. So as you can see from the title of this video, I said all out or all in, right? Like you got two choices here and you have to make the choice. You cannot just dip your toe in the pool right now. It's not going to cut it. Even during really great times. And by the way, we just went through like a great 10-year stretch in business since like the 2008 recession ended. We've had like this really great decade, and there were people still really struggling during that time. That's okay. No judgment. It took me a really long time to figure business out myself. So 100%, no shame in the game if you're just still struggling figuring it out. But this is the time where we have to step it up. This is the time where we don't get to kind of play with it as much. You still got to, as an entrepreneur, you're always going to be like playing and finagling with it. But we can't just sort of kind of do it when we feel like doing it. Like you have to be all in. You got to be like fully fucking committed. You got to be showing up. You got to be learning how to adapt. You've got to be educating yourself. You've got to start thinking in the ways that successful and rich people think. You need to start adapting. If you're like the sales strategy is not working, try something else. You need to be fully all in. And that means we really do need to, burn our boats. We can't have a quote unquote backup plan. And quite frankly, right now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'll just go get a job if my business isn't doing really well. People are not hiring in the same way during a recession. So that backup plan doesn't really exist, right? Like you need to figure this out, and it's kind of do or die. And I'm not trying to be all like fear-mongery, gloom or doom, but we need to think of it this way, because as soon as we're like, oh, well, it's too uncomfortable, or it's too expensive, or it's pushing me out of my comfort zone, or oh, I don't want to do that. As soon as we get caught up in that bullshit, because your mind will do that. That's what the mind does, right? Where we're like, oh, sales calls are too uncomfortable, or ooh, like marketing feels uncomfortable, whatever it is. And it's usually sales or marketing. It's the two things I always hear from entrepreneurs where they're like, I get it. It's uncomfortable. We have to learn these things. We have to get out of our own way. And this is where hint mindset, we have to be working on that daily, because you need to show up and do the really uncomfortable shit right now. That is going to be a necessity right now. We cannot just sort of kind of do this when we feel like it anymore. We need to show up. You need to have a plan. You need to have consistency, and you need to be present for your audience. Right now more than ever. That is going to separate the people who make it through this recession, the people who make it and crush it during this recession, and the people who go out of business during this recession, right? Like there's going to be three paths. And the people who kind of like, they're showing up, they're playing it safe, you might make it through. You totally might make it through, but you're probably not going to be any further ahead. In fact, you might go backwards a bit. The people who go all out and they're like, I will do the uncomfortable stuff. I will push myself. I will grow. I will do whatever it takes. They're the ones who are going to have some massive growth. They're going to have massive wealth on the other side of this. And the people who are like, oh, it's too uncomfortable. I don't know. They're gone. They're gone. There's just no space anymore. It's just not going to happen, because people are going to be selective in who they're spending money with right now. It's just the very nature of it. Again, it's really because of the media. It's all of the crap that they like pump out, like, oh, the economy is crashing and blah, blah, blah. People get scared then. They don't want to spend, right? They want to save their money. So in order for you to be somebody who that they're willing to go and put that money out there with, you've got to be exceptional. You can no longer just be great in the marketplace. You need to be exceptional, extraordinary. You need to stand out in a really big way. So this is your opportunity. This is me saying this is the time to make the decision. How are you going to play this out? This is your game to play. So how are you going to play this game? And I hope that you choose to go all out. I hope that you choose to face your fears. I hope that you choose to step into your power. I hope that you choose to be a leader during this time. We need more leaders out there. And I know that if you're in this group, if you're showing up, that if you've got that passion in your heart, that you can be a leader. But it's a choice. It is a choice that we have to make every single goddamn day when we show up. We got to wake up and go, I've got this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to lead. I'm going to conquer this beast. I'm going to come out of this on top. And we have to do that every single day, because your mind is what you're going to be battling here. Because your mind is going to tell you, it's scary. People aren't spending money right now. Nobody's going to buy from you. Because that's what the mind does. The mind is like this lookout that's always saying, watch out. danger, Will Robinson, danger. And we cannot listen to that rhetoric. Now, don't get mad at your brain. Your brain is just trying to keep you alive. It's like back in the day when we lived in caveman days and there were saber-toothed tigers and it was like, don't leave the cave. It was actually really good advice, right? It kept us alive. But now in our modern day world where it's like, whoa, don't go out there and be big. People will see you and they won't like you. Oh my God. When it's doing that, it is not helping us. And we have to learn to go, thank you for sharing. We are not listening to this anymore. Instead, we now believe that showing up is important, that being present and visible is important, that growing a business is important. We need to start pumping ourselves full of that. You have to have that positive self-talk. And it's not even just positive. Positive, like the toxic positivity out there is real bullshit. It's okay to go, this is friggin' scary. It's okay. You're human. You're allowed to get scared. You're allowed to go like, oh my God. But you have to pull yourself up, right? Because if we don't, then we get stuck in it. And then it's like getting stuck in the mud. So it's okay to be in the mud and go, oh, my boots are stuck. This kind of sucks. But get out of the mud. Get yourself out of the mud. You can only bring yourself out of that. So be the one who does that. Get the books, get audio tapes, get things that are pumping you full of the ways that are going to help you think as a successful and strategic business planner. That's what you need right now. So we want to make sure that we're prioritizing that and moving forward. So anyway, that's my spiel for today. I hope that you choose to go all in. I hope that you choose to do that. And if you are choosing to go all in, if you are choosing this is your time to be mega successful, to blow out of the water and do all those amazing things, I want you to comment below and say, I am all fucking in, because that is what it takes right now. And if you're somebody who's like, yes, I'm all in, but I'm still like, what do I do? Like, how do I make sure that I'm successful? How do I make sure that I'm selling during this time and marketing a way that's effective and know how to pivot and do all of these things and simultaneously like grow your portfolio, know how to do your own investment strategies on your personal end so that you've got financial freedom set up on both sides? Because we never want all of our eggs in one basket. If that's you, this year we're going to be having a program coming out. And it's called Recession Riches. And this is about how do we think strategically during this time to grow our businesses, to plan and strategize, to come out with offers that are meaningful and relevant to the people we're serving right now. Whether that's adapting what you've already got, whether that's just a tweak in your marketing so that it's relevant, or whether you need to go in a whole other direction. We will be talking about that. You'll be getting that personalized help. We're also going to be talking about investment strategies. Where's the best places to go at this point? How do we know when to make that decision to jump in? How do we bravely move forward? And also, wherever you are in terms of your ability to move forward, right? There's a different strategy when you've got $200 extra versus $200,000. You can play with that. So we're going to talk about the different strategies to move forward with. We're also going to be getting into wealth consciousness. How do you think like a millionaire, billionaire, and beyond so that you can actually invest and show up and make those critical decisions like one so that you get the results like they do? So we're going to be talking about all of these incredible things in this program. We're anticipating it's going to be coming out either late September or early October. So stay tuned for details about that. It'll be coming out in this group. Other than that, go all in. This is your opportunity. This is the best opportunity in the world that we've got right now. But you have to see it as an opportunity and not as something to run away from, because it's really easy to get scared. As soon as the media starts throwing around the recession word, it's really easy to get scared. Don't get scared. Get excited. This is an amazing time that we've got ahead of us. All right. Love you guys. Go kick ass. Have an amazing day. We'll talk soon. And if you're new in this group, please, please, please introduce yourself below. I want to know everybody in here. I love you guys. This is a place for us to grow together as a community. All right. Have a good one. Bye.